Hi guys, how are you today? I am in Nova Scotia. So this is my very first solo trip. Actually, no, that's a lie. This is my first solo trip that's not work related. That I was like, you know what? I just feel like going somewhere, and the east coast of Canada just gives me such nostalgia. I love it so much because I grew up coming here as a kid, and it's some of my fondest memories being a kid and in life in general. So I always have good vibes being here. The smell of the Atlantic Ocean is just so good. So yeah, I am currently checked into a little bed and breakfast in Lunenburg. It is super cute. It is super cute. This room is so my taste. I had to snap some pictures in the mirror because the wallpaper is to die for. Look at that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be adventuring around. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me so that I'm not on this trip alone.
Watching the stars and the city lights. Right from the start, said we never grow apart, dear Wichita. You wanted me to know, never ever let you go, dear Wichita. Surrounded by colors, it's such a sight. Watching all the lovers fall into the night.
Oh my god, at first I was like, what the hell is that swimming? And then I realized it's somebody's dog. So cute. So I also wanted to share with you guys, in case any of you are ever thinking about traveling solo, I wanted to just shed a couple of tips throughout this video, since this is kind of my first time as well, other than the work trips like I've said, and I'm kind of just going with the flow, doing what I want to do. So my first tip, if you are interested in traveling solo, I would suggest for your very first time going somewhere familiar or that you're gonna feel comfortable. That's gonna make things a hell of a lot easier for you. So Eastern Canada for me, I grew up coming here all the time, every single summer. So I absolutely love it here. I feel at home here. I don't know, I'm not worried about myself traveling around here on my own, if that makes sense. So starting off with a trip like this is gonna make me more comfortable, more confident to go somewhere else in the future on my own. Because I would also love to go to Europe on my own, I think. So I think that would be like my next step. And once I know like, hey, I can get from A to B all by myself. I'm a big girl. Just gaining that confidence basically. Go somewhere you know you're gonna feel more comfortable, whether it's closer to your home or yeah, somewhere you're gonna be relaxed and not all stressed out the whole time for your first time doing a trip like that, because it can be scary going somewhere by yourself. I'm quite the introvert, so for me stuff like this is a big deal. I'm just having a snack right now. My roasted cashews that I got from the grocery store, and I'm also having a banana. I thought there was gonna be a little cafe or something in this town, but there's not. So I'm glad I packed my snacks. That's another tip that I should share, but not related to solo travel, is just always have some snacks with you, because I would be really hungry right now. Well, I am really hungry, but I'm about to be satisfied. And I would be really hungry and probably getting angry if I didn't have snacks. Always be prepared, you know? Well, I have just made it to Peggy's Cove, and this is my kind of afternoon. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just chilling on the rocks with the ocean directly in front of me. I'm gonna grab some lunch after this. It was a perfectly clear, sunny day the whole time I was driving out here, and as soon as I hit into the Peggy's Cove area, it was just a cloud of fog everywhere. So it's really, really foggy here, so it's just kind of clearing up now and the sun's peeking through a little bit. But when I got here, like, you could barely see the lighthouse through the fog, which sucks. Yeah, there's a clear, I'll show you guys the lighthouse right now. There's a more clear, the sun has cleared up a little bit of the fog. There we go. So pretty. Well, that hit the spot. So I was gonna order the lobster thermidor, whichever that was, with a side garden salad, which was like $5.99 plus the lobster thing was like 22 something. And the server was just like, why don't you just get like the 1 pound lobster? It comes with the salad and you get a potato for basically the same price. So I was like, okay, we're in it at this point. So I ended up getting a full lobster. It was the bomb. Hello, my friends. I have made it to Halifax today and my hair is like just not agreeing with the weather here. I feel like the sea, like the ocean breeze just coming through is giving me mad frizziness. Other than that, we're doing okay. So I just made it in here around 4:30 and there was this like thrift store, consignment store that I really wanted to go to. And when I got to my hotel room, the time was 4:30 and I checked on their website to find the directions and it closed at 5. So I literally like hauled ass there. I walked so fast. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Halifax, it's literally built on a hill. Like the steepest hill you have ever seen in your entire life, and I was going up that hill, so I was literally power walking up the hill and I made it in time. It was only a 15-minute walk, so I had 15 minutes to like browse around and see what they had. So I was there picking up some stuff. There were a couple of things that I found that were so cute and I couldn't resist, so I ended up getting 2 things. I'll show you guys quickly and then I'll try them on when I get home, and I'll just insert the try-ons right here, just because the lighting in this hotel room is not very great. So the first thing I got is this knit right here. Both things are for fall/winter really. So I got this knit here. This is a Vince knit. I love just like the neutral color. It fit me perfectly, and I do love how the sleeves were a little bit longer on it, so you roll it up on the end. Perfect little basic to layer some necklaces over top of and just pair off with jeans or anything really in the fall and the winter time. The next thing that I got, these are so cute and so my style. They remind me of my orange wide leg pants, except they're in this green tone, and this is one of my favorite shades of green. I have a few things in my wardrobe this color. So the brand for these is Maeve, M-A-E-V-E. They're high-waisted, really loose fitting, long enough, which is great because I'm tall. So I thought these would be great all times of the year, because in the summertime I love pairing something like this, like a tank top or a camisole or something like that, just for a really cute casual look. And in the winter or the fall, like I was thinking these two together, that would be a cute outfit. So that kind of also leads me to my second tip that I wanted to share with you guys, and that is to just make conversation, as awkward or hard it may or may not be for some people, just to like ask simple little questions. And if you have like an open mind and a freer schedule, then that can lead you to doing different things. For example, when I was staying at my first bed and breakfast, I was talking to the lady who owned the place, and she mentioned that I go visit Blue Rocks, so I did that. When I went to Blue Rocks, I went into a gallery and I chatted with the guy there, and he like told me to go out to the lookout. Just by talking to those people, I kind of went on a path to doing things I probably wouldn't have done. And same with here. When I was at this consignment store and I was checking out, I asked the girl, I'm like, is this the only like consignment store in Halifax? Like, what else do you guys have around here? And then she mentioned another one that was around the corner, so from there I went to go check that one out, and that one had some really cute stuff too. I didn't end up getting anything there, but the interior of it was like such a cute vintage vibe. I really enjoyed browsing around there. So yeah, you honestly never know where things are going to lead you just by asking really simple questions to anybody really. So cannot come to the East Coast and not get Cow's ice cream. It's the best ice cream in the world. I got birthday cake flavor. So today I've just been wandering around a little bit. My flight's not till a little bit later. Just had some lunch, got some ice cream, and I went to the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic this morning. That was actually really, really interesting. So I learned a lot more about the Halifax explosion, which I knew about, but I didn't know in depth. So that was really interesting, learning more about that. And also learning more about the Titanic too, because the Halifax harbor was actually the closest harbor to the Titanic shipwreck. So they sent out a ship like to the rescue basically, and they ended up taking back a bunch of the victims and different things that were collected on the scene. So they had some things on display which were really interesting to see. They had a chair that was actually on deck the Titanic ship, and they had different displays too for like the different classes. Like they had the first class, the second class, and the third class, and you could see what was on the dinner menu for each class and things like that. Just overall like a really, really interesting thing to do. I personally think, I don't know why, I have an obsession with the Titanic, so I just found that all very fascinating to go and see all of the things that they had at the museum. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then I definitely recommend checking that out if you're ever in the city. Yeah, for the rest of the day I'm pretty much just kicking it. That's it. That's a wrap on my first solo trip. So my last little tip for you would be to pack as light as possible. The last thing you want to be doing when you're out and about on your own is worrying about 100 million bags. So definitely like refine your packing a little bit and make sure you don't have so much stuff. Just having carry-on is like literally the best thing to do for solo travel.